Hello, hello, I'm Chris, and welcome back to more Satisfactory. So last time we started our railroad. We got that working. Today I want to look at kind of expanding that a little bit, but in a different area. I'm over by our oil plant, our fuel generators, and what I want to do, if we take a quick look at the map, we have a bunch of oil nodes in this area. There's a couple up here, then we have the 3 here for the fuel generation, 3 over by the plastic and rubber, and then there's more along here. So what I want to do is I want to run a rail network and connect all of these, and that will let us centralize our production. I don't think we're going to get that done today, but I do want to start on it. But first, before we get into anything, there was some news. The Satisfactory dev team, Coffee Stain, is going to start releasing teasers for Update 8, which means that is going to be coming out in the near future, hopefully. So when that happens, I will probably be starting my series over. We don't have too much longer in Update 7. Until Update 8 comes out, I'm still going to be trucking along on this one. So I guess my question to you is, if you have any ideas for projects, feel free to let me know. And if you have any suggestions for starting locations after Update 8 comes out, I would also be interested to hear that. Because I do want to start somewhere fresh, and I don't want to just go back to the same location where we started this series. Because I like a little bit of variety. And speaking of variety, another thing I did was I revamped our the blueprints. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. I redid a lot of the blueprints for our road networks and rail networks. I wasn't too happy with how they came out after I started building them. So in the future... Oh, come on, you're not underwater. That's stupid. Need rubber. Do I have rubber? I do have rubber. Okay, good. That could have been bad. So anyway, what was I saying? So yeah, anyway, I've changed the blueprints for our roads and for our rails. Mostly because I was running into a lot of snapping issues. And it was being a pain in the butt to build. So if we come over here, underneath these big hoodoos, there are a few oil patches. I don't remember exactly where, but they're pretty close to here. I think they're right under here. Yeah. So we got one here, one over there, and then one further down a little bit. And what I want to do is I want to build a road here, and it's going to come out this way into the water. And looking at the map, so we have oil here. So I'm going to build my road going up here and then west. And then we have a bunch of oil here, so it's going to go south, west, south. And that should bring us through all the oil patches that we need to get through. Yeah, we'll just barely have room if I come through here. That's what I'm going to do. So right here, I'm going to go into my blueprints, transportation, and road. I hate placing these things. They're such a pain in the butt. I really hope they fix blueprints. They're just so difficult to place sometimes. Okay, so this is aligned to our world grid. Okay, the long one is not going to work, but luckily I made a short road as well, and we can use that one to kind of align everything. Hopefully this will all line up. It looks like it. This is the new road. Very simple. Like, super simple. And as we build it out, we can decorate. I basically built the road and the rail line to just be as simple as possible so they don't necessarily have to be connected to each other. What am I looking for? Architecture. And I don't know exactly where I want everything yet. So I'm just going to go up here, put myself down another tower, so I can get up here and place this thing. Okay, it's that centered. That is centered. Perfect. All right, so as you can see, the rail line much simpler. And then we can do the long rail, and these will snap together pretty easy. And I'm not sure how far that needs to go. But yeah, that's the plan. And then every so often I'll put some supports down. I'm not sure exactly how often, but I'll make a blueprint for that as well. And then so that's gonna go through here. Where did I say? Over here. And then south and then west. So I'm gonna see how far I can take this before I have to make a turn. Don't think I'll be able to fit through there. So we're gonna have to go around. I think the way it's gonna look best is if we turn first. Alright, so grabbing the blueprints, going to do long road, turn. Yeah, this is what I hate about blueprints. They just don't line up sometimes. I don't understand why that's so hard. So it looks like I need to go one more out, and then we can turn. Turning is what the problem is. Like once you have a straight piece down, you're fine, but the turning, trying to turn with foundations that don't exactly match what you're trying to do is too difficult. Okay. So there is the start of our road. Definitely need more supplies, specifically concrete. Cement? Concrete? Concrete, yeah. And then I need to come up with a design for some support pillars. Other than that, I think it's going to be pretty easy to get this all the way across. With the simplicity of this road, it's a lot easier to get into place. And then I've also made some ramps for going up and down, so that will help speed things up as well. So let's go grab what we need. And once again, with Update 8 coming out soon, let me know where you want to see me do the new fresh start. Lots of locations on the map that are a lot easier and a lot harder in their own ways. So if you want to see a specific location, let me know. And also, if you have any ideas for builds you'd like to see, there's still time in this series. We don't know exactly when Update 8 is going to drop, but they're just starting spoilers, so I would assume probably have a couple weeks at least. One thing I would really like to do would be consolidate the production of fuel to one location, so we can run trucks and tractors pretty easily without having to make fuel at every stop. Ideally, it would be turbo fuel, but I don't know how I would get that down here easily. The sulfur, I mean. Alrighty, so with some more materials, we can continue our road. Seems like when you're using the same piece over and over, it is not an issue at all to keep going, but as soon as you try and switch out pieces, it gets real iffy. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do for the underside of this yet. But I do want to do something, because having it just float there kind of annoys me. I'm going to try and bring the rails over as well. So the rail turn is also going to be a pain in the ass, because it snaps over there for some reason. Alrighty, so a little bit of a change in plans. Instead of running a road out here, I'm gonna just go straight for rail. My rail blueprint and my road blueprint do not play nice together. I'm sure with more tinkering I could get that done and fixed, but just kind of fed up with it right now, to be perfectly honest with you, so we're just going to just stick with rails. We don't need trucks over here anyway. I never used to use the lookout towers, but with blueprints being so finicky, they're like essential now. The only thing I need to do is make sure I have enough room for platforms and things over here. I'm gonna do that right now, I think, instead of waiting for later. Alrighty, and let me remind myself how big the platforms are. Pretty darn big. I need what, 4 Yeah, it looks like 4 foundations. Alright, we can do that. We can fit that in here. I don't know if this is going to be big enough, but we're going to try it. Transport train station. Can't afford. Oh, I need, computers. For this stop, it doesn't look like we need a ton of, fluid cars. 3 might be overkill. I do like the look of this with the overhanging, supports, so I might leave that there. The real tricky part is gonna be looping this around, I think. Alrighty, it's not the prettiest thing, but it will work. So I think I want a couple of fluid buffers. I'll just do one fluid buffer, I think. Where do I want it? Right there in the center. Right there is good. Then we just need our... That lined up? Looks lined up. Okay. I have access to a valve. I do. Perfect. Alrighty, and that should stop stuff from flowing back. Ready? There's 2, and we have 1 more down here somewhere. There it is. Okay, so this is where it gets annoying again. Having to place these stupid turns on this weird grid. Okay. That one wasn't so bad. Like, once you get this stuff placed down, though, it's super easy to keep going straight, but as soon as you have to turn, it just gets so... not good. Alrighty, so I'm going to continue to build this out. We're going to head off in this direction to the west, and then try and zigzag through here if we can. Head south, and then west. And then maybe up here. I'm not sure exactly yet. We'll see. I'll be back when I have more supplies. Alrighty, so I'm back, and I've got a little bit more work done. I have set up several train stations. I will just show this one right here to give you an idea of what's going on. I still have 2 more to go. So here's the basic station layout. This one's a little different because I had the oil extractors on opposite ends of it. But anyway, the trains come in here. And then we have storage for oil going into the train station. And it just loops around, fills up, and then it can take off from there. If you look at the map real quick. Yeah, I've marked out most of the oil nodes. And so we have this station over here. And that's collecting these 3. This station right here is collecting these 2. The station we're currently at collecting these 2. And I'm going to make 1 more station here to collect these 3. 1 more station here to collect these 3. And then 1 more here to collect these 3. And with that done, not sure where exactly I'm going to process all the oil. I might bring it out over the water. Or I might just try to fit it over here somewhere maybe. Not exactly sure yet. That's where we're currently standing on the rail line project. And I'm finding that as the series progresses, it's taking more and more time to get things done. So the videos are probably going to slow down for Satisfactory at least. I'm going to be looking at other games to do a long-term series with. Hopefully things that don't take quite as long to produce, but let me know if you have any ideas for that. What's stopping me from continuing right now, I think, is our power situation. Because to continue the rail line, I need to cut through here. And to do that, I need to tear down the power production. And I don't have a backup power plan for that yet. So to get all this working, all I need to do is hook it up to power. And then create a drop-off point, and then it should be all operational. But again, to do that, I need to tear down the power, and I'm not sure I'm ready to do that just yet. Mostly because I need to make sure I have everything I need to rebuild power production on a bigger scale. I've got all the trains and stuff. The logistics aren't set up, but all the trains are put together. Let me take a quick look at the map here, see if we're missing anything we can do. For Deuterium and sulfur are all we have left. We could do the cluster one pretty easily. We could do the explosive pretty easily. We could do the rifle. Do most of that pretty easy, except for the nuclear. Down here in the Caterium, we have guidance system. We could probably do that. Do geothermal generators or programmable splitters. What do I need for supercomputers? Not too bad. Okay, I'm gonna make some of those. How many do we need total? 50. We need 100. Okay. And we're gonna head over to the quick wire. Set up a little assembler for AI limiters. And then look into what we need for high-speed connectors. Alrighty, so over here at the quick wire, plop down an assembler and plug it in. And I want you making AI limiters. And then what do we need for high-speed connectors? Circuit boards, wire, quick wire. So we need a manufacturer for that. And because I don't care about power draw, I'm just gonna throw in some of these. Alrighty, making progress. Already halfway to the AI limiters. We have all the computers, and the high-speed connectors are gonna take a minute. This is the slowest production. Alrighty, so I got all the parts we need for this, the last bit of the MAM research. Well, not the last of it, but some of it. So I just want to do this before calling it quits. We got the programmable splitter. I want to take a quick look at this. Programmable splitter. Just want to see what it... I have never seen one of these before. Pretty neat looking. What can it do? Don't know what that does. So if we have... Oh, I see. That's neat. So I'm guessing it works like the smart splitter, but with multiple items. That's neat. I like that. And then we also got enough for the geothermal. So we're almost done with the MAM. We just have one more thing for Caterium and then just the sulfur tree. And we should be able to knock that out next episode, I think. Maybe. We do need turbo fuel, which it looks like we also need aluminum, so I can't do that. But the rest looks pretty easy aside from the nuclear deterrent. So maybe we'll do that next episode. But this one is, honestly, I don't know how long it's been running. I have recorded this in so many bits and pieces, I have not been keeping track of how long it's been going. I think we have a geothermal... Yeah, this guy. So if we look at our power, what do we need for that? We do need computers. And it does sit on there. How much power does that produce? Ooh, 600 megawatts? That's nice. So maybe we'll get into that. I don't know how many geysers I have here. I don't know if it's just the one or if there's more. But anyway, like I said, I don't know how long this episode's been running, but I'm going to wrap it up here. Kind of hard to keep track of time when you're doing bits and pieces everywhere. But anyway, if you like the content, hit me with that like button. Any questions or comments, or let me know what I should be doing next, what I should be working toward. And if you want to see more Satisfactory and other games, feel free to hit that subscribe button. But thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Take care. You can see I have marked out most of the oil. Oil things, oil nodes. Yeah, I've marked out most of the oil nodes,